Alright, so Grixis Thieves. We played other decks that... We played a Grixis deck the other day that was stealing some stuff too. That was playing Claim the Firstborn. This deck, notably, is a Grixis deck that's stealing things with Robber of the Rich and Thief of Sanity. Something to note is that cards that Robber of the Rich takes, you can cast later if you attacked with a Rogue, and Rankle here is notably an evasive Rogue, so cards you grab early with this can potentially be played later with a Rankle off the top, so that's kind of neat. I've been kind of underwhelmed with this card overall, so I'm curious to see how that feels. Drown in the Loch's a card that I've been super impressed with in other shells in the format. So with Thief of Sanity, put some extra cards in their bin. This card can be okay early, and it's just absurd late. So let's go ahead and dive on into some matches with this one and see how it goes. Erasure helps Loch too, to a degree. That's very true as well. Yeah, right, Ellendon? Think we got a mulligan this to start. We just have too many blank cards. If we don't draw blue right away, and this card draws dead late as people empty their hands, so. Not an amazing start for the Grixis mana base here today. That being said, this hand's actually more keepable than the previous one because our deck actually has more black sources than blue sources in it, so we're more likely to draw black with this in than we are to draw blue with the other one. The ladder's been unplayable for me. Every game once the opponent starts to lose, I have to wait for them to time out. That sucks. People are so petty. Electing to kill the goose rather than play Robber of the Rich here because Robber wouldn't even trigger. If it's not drawing a card, I don't think I really want to bother at the moment. I guess Robber would have triggered here, so maybe I'm supposed to jam it. I won $2,000 at the casino last night. Congrats, Recharter. And thank you for the very generous tier 3 resub. Don't spend it all in one place now. That's like a modern deck. Something like that. Well, our plan of eventually drawing black sources is not currently coming to fruition. Hey, Frantic Reverend. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. Whoop. Put this towards the Cavaclade Alliance Builder, and I submit it if you accept it. If not, here's $5 for coffee or whatever. Well, thank you. I will let you know via email how the build-arounds, acceptance or not, goes tonight. Rowan, help!
I enjoy the proper application of knowledge.
Wow, that's just like incredibly unfortunate. If Royal Scions are great, we'd be super dead if we didn't have them, like, trying to pull us through and filter some of these black cards into something useful. Yep. This doesn't trample, right? No. Rage harder. Thanks for sharing the love. I appreciate the pile of sub-gifties. As always, let me know if there's something you'd like to see sooner, or something you'd like to add.
A quest of mystery.
Oh, Grixis. Oh, Grixis. All right, it looks like they didn't fix the lag issues, believe it or not. So, I think we're going to be restarting after this game. Hey, we'll do Rage. We'll get some more teamer up in here real soon. There are mostly black sources in this mana base, right? This is 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 black sources. Yeah. How much longer did it last before it needed a reboot today? It was about the same. I've got some anecdotal evidence about inability to play Nicol Bolas. Looking for a black source draws triple black card. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Welcome to the Grixis. Do 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 do. Well, this hand has all my colors, so I should keep, right? Yeah, yellow. We're gonna draw some spells, right? Famous last words. We'll draw some spells. Look at that. Look at that. Just like we drew it up, chat. I would like your finest Thief of Sanity next turn, please. Listen, that one drop's much better than drawing a land, okay? So I'll take it. Yeah, I like the Alliance deck a lot, too. I think it's super, super reasonable. Well, look at that. It turns out if you don't restart Arena every 3 matches, it restarts itself. So let's find out if they fix the reconnect bug. Let's find out together if they fix the reconnect bug or if we're just going to lose our match because we can't get back in. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We had yet another arena update and the client still can't manage to flipping reconnect after it crashes from lagging out. It's just like unreal. I can't even put into words how just that we're out of beta for some reason. I'm pretty sure we can't even get back in either. Can I concede? Is that an option? No, I can exit game. I can exit game. What if I change the graphics? That do anything? Try logging out and logging back in. That's a good idea. Yep, we're out of beta because someone's boss said to be out of beta by X date is 1000% correct. So I just like have to wait for it to time out now. So, for people that haven't watched Magic Online lately, Magic Online had a patch last week where every game action I take on my computer currently requires 15 seconds. So every time you do something, it takes 15 seconds. Like, do I not even get to timeout? Like, we hear the game going on, right? Like, there's a game being played somewhere in there, somewhere beyond the witching well. There is magic being played. My log is updating for Deckmaster. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I can look at the Deckmaster preview here. Look, we can watch our opponent play the game and kill us while we time out, thanks to Deckmaster. Oh, look, the game ended. The game ended. Awesome, great. All right, the game's over. Does the screen go away when the game's over? Nope. All right, gotta restart the client one more time because the match is done. Holy crap. Oh, I can only assume they're gonna restart the client between every match at the Mythic Championship. I can only assume they're gonna be restarting the clients between every match at the Mythic Championship. I'm not gonna lie. I considered closing Arena and loading Mythgard while that was happening, but the deck queue's a little bit backed up at the moment. So I wanna try and get through a fourth deck today. Is Mythgard easy to pick up or is it very complex? If you have a Magic background, Mythgard's super easy to pick up. The combat system is a little bit closer to Hearthstone, but it takes some elements from Magic to allow blocking, which is great. Like, Mythgard basically takes the best parts of Magic and the best parts of Hearthstone and gets rid of all the bad parts. I've really liked the game so far. Turn 1 Chalice, thanks for the 3 months, I appreciate that, welcome back. How expensive is it? Mythic rarity cards in the game are probably close to, if you don't open them, like 20 bucks a pop. But there's decks that don't play any mythics or only play 1 or 2. One of the things that they do is they balance their card rarities, similar to how the old Duels of the Planeswalkers worked, where you can only put 1 copy of a mythic in your deck, 2 copies of a rare, 3 uncommons. Am I supposed to keep this? I think I'm supposed to not take this trade, because I'm probably going to find a removal spell off their deck, right? Here's hoping. All right, yeah, I mean, all things considered, that sounds great. Plays really well, really good defense here. I'm doing well, Chalice. Family's well. Life is good.
It's not often I'm outmaneuvered.
I don't, as someone who likes to like jump on in and dogpile when dogpiling's due, I don't know that calling Magic Arena less stable than Magic Online is true. I feel like that's not quite being honest. Or not something that I agree with. Obviously, we don't have an objective metric to hit it with, but... So, Scions here, let this kill Vraska. $800 for a tier 1 deck. I don't... None of the most mythics I put into a deck on their game is like 10 or 12, I think. But most of my decks have like 6 or less in them. The core of most Mythgard decks are non-mythics because you want your decks to be consistent, right? So like you play a lot of commons and uncommons that are just good because you want to do the same thing game to game. Less buggy than Moto is also a very low bar. That is certainly the truth. Knight, thanks for the 4 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. I mean, the arena getting laggy and crashing and then not reconnecting, that's far from a me-only issue. Seen a lot of people have that one. Yep, let's get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that. I think we're just getting rid of that one. Bonecrusher. Probably not. If I don't own 2 Hellkite, are there any decent replacements? Yeah, look at some of my previous lists, Psycho Squirrel. If you scroll back on the YouTube channel, there's a few lists that don't contain that card. So you're saying Bonecrusher isn't ready? I think we're not quite ready for him. Yeah, extra Sarkin's good. Extra Domri. He's ready, we're not. That's a good assessment. Well, we were trying to prevent that one from happening. Why not plus on the Robber and attack with both there? Because I didn't want my Planeswalker to die on the backswing. And their health total is high enough that I don't feel like I'm running them out of the game just yet.
My answers lie in the cold truth.
Not having a third Black Sorcerer is awkward. I guess I can ditch this and like play this, hold up Bonecrusher Giant. Woof. We're gonna bin the Stormfist Crusader here. Yeah, I saw those notifications going up, Marty. That must be something new they've rolled out. I don't know what that entails. I assume it just means you were like someone who subscribed close to the start. I wonder who will have those here. No, I think they're just playing Abzan Hero.
best of mystery.
So we have Bonecrusher plus Knight to hold this board down a little bit, and then maybe Royal Scions can drag us back in. Maybe. Depends on how good their leftovers are. If their leftovers are spells, we're probably gonna have a bad time. But they have a couple of blanks here. Lazy statistics. Lazy statistics without any detail. And bad sample sizes are not welcome here. Take a break.
What is my strategy here?
I think I'm actually binning this because this lets me play Rankle and activate Knight on defense. 2 out of 5 equals 40%. Aren't all MTG sample sizes bad? Yeah, pretty much. A lot of people don't have a good understanding of what statistically significant actually entails. Hint, it's way larger than you think it is. In my last 7 matches in the top 300 of Mythic, I'm 6-1, so very clearly that means the win rate is whatever that number is. Hint, it doesn't. Alright. Royal Scions might drag us kicking and screaming back into this game. I think I'm just passing. I don't want to take one and then die to an Othakayo off the top. They're mousing over their graveyard. That can't be good for us. They find a Find Finality. Yeah, that's game. Noxious Grasp sounds great. Lava Coil sounds great. This sounds good. Robber of the Rich has been real bad. This card continues to just like greatly underperform. Foulmire Knight seems medium. They're not really, a lot of their things we want to kill, they aren't actually attacking with them. Thought Erasure plus this is an interesting combination. I feel like I want to cut one of these two. I feel like it might be this. Just want to like pull up in this matchup. Although I guess Rankle might not actually be very good here. Like, they have a lot of meaningless creatures to sacrifice a lot of the time. Maybe that's the trim, especially if I'm getting rid of this, and I'll keep these Stormfist Crusaders. Let's try that. Last my Eldraine pre-orders arrived today. It's the first time they have all come in before the first constructed F&M. Nice, Jason. Is the Grixis deck still a thing? It's not. The opponent's playing like a grindy mid-range Abzan deck, which is probably okay against what we're doing. But in my experience, these mid-range decks tend to really struggle with the Golos matchup. They just get like lose to like sweepers plus a quick clock. Which is what the Golos deck is able to do: sweep and then put a lot of power into play. I don't even know if tempo classifies. Like, arguing over semantics is pretty pointless. Is it mid-range? Probably mid-range. I don't know. If it's mid-range, Stormfist Crusader is a card that's been really good in aggressive decks for me, but also felt super underwhelming in these more mid-rangey shells. Our mana has really not been kind to us so far today. Alright, the Sand Suite, we get to go basic, basic swamp off of this Stormfist Crusader into Thief of Sanity. Sign me up. Yeah, the Grixis deck as the combo deck from last season completely rotated. The core cards left standard. Wow. Could have played around Duress by bottoming the Lava Coil there, I suppose. The tilt. Yeah, Grixis and Historic gained Emery. Deck's probably going to be absurd. Well, I was excited to draw the Royal Scions. Are there any standard decks with transformative sideboard plans? Not that are competitive. Hey, Jet. Time to start the year counter back at 1. 3 years and 1 month. Thanks for the tier 3. Hope life is treating you well. Doesn't Emery only hit Mox? Why is that good? Because you're in the market for legendary things that mill you. Oh yeah, Once Upon a Time is super gas in that deck. That's probably much better than Emery even. Well, they have 3 cards in their bin. Man, our mana has just been incredibly unlucky so far today. There's actually 17 black sources in this mana base, which is like a hair shy of casting Nicol Bolas consistently on 5, but it should be more than enough. I didn't play the Knight because I wanted to hold up Drawn in the Loch, and I don't have double black. Because we just can't hit another black source. God bless. Man, do I just play Bonecrusher Giant here? I think I do, huh? Just like, here's my 4-3. I have Drawn in the Lockup. Go. This card's been really good in all the decks we've played it in. Definitely been super impressed with this. Cast a 4-mana spell. Yep. Yep. Oh, it is unreal. Unreal. Hashtag never lucky. Or what's the hyper geo on that? We're 18 cards into our deck. With 17 successes, sample size is 18. I want 3. We're 95% to have. We're 95% to have triple black when we're 18 cards into our deck. 95%. This is not the 5% you want to be, chat. It's not the 5% you want to be. It's not a good scene. Alright, so they're going up to 10 here when they kill my Bonecrusher Giant. Knowing they have Bellhaunt in their deck, is it worth it to keep Mountain in hand? Yes. That is a good suggestion. Look at that, chat. We've got quad black, chat. Soak it up. Soak up that nummy quad black. Yummy, 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 do 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 beep beep beep. I'm excited for him to get added to a trophy case next turn, personally. We're gonna Lava Coil this hero here in a second. Really? They exiled a land? That's wild. Is that a Wiggles song? I have no idea. Quite possibly. Yeah, their hand must be like all octane, right? Just the hottest of fire.
Before I make you disappear into the shadows.
All right. Well, I mean, they also have trophy. Maybe we'll draw another Nick. We've got 2 more. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. Just hope they're out of gas.
Anyway.
Is that super high pitch? I do not hear a super high pitched noise. Juju could be. This deck feels like the Grixis decks that we came to know and hate last season. They're looking at their bin, so I assume there's a Kisses coming down here. How big can we make the night? Pretty big is the answer. Can bump him 3 times. The old post-combat Sorin. I do not know to which you are referring, Lord. Alright, if they have a land, they can play Othakaya from the bin. Okay. Oh, he just makes that cheaper. Why? Man, their sequencing was really bad here, huh? They could have just done all this pre-combat and, like, life-linked for a bunch and not lost their knight. I mean, we're super dead, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna call it a day. Arena being buggy and this Grixis deck being bad felt, kind of put me off. I'm ready to go grab some lunch, I think. Just takeaways. This card is poop. It continues to be poop in every deck that we play. It's difficult to set up your hand to be smaller so you can actually trigger it. And then, like, there are so many boards where people have creatures that it can't attack into. It sucks because of that. Stormfist Crusader felt a little bit medium in this deck. I've liked this deck, this card a lot in aggressive shells, but in these more mid-rangey shells, this card's been super unimpressive, and this was also bad here, just like it was bad in the last Grixis kind of mid-range deck that we played it in. I plan to be back tomorrow, about 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, and then I think I'm going to run long as part of Standard tomorrow, so probably run a little bit later than this at the very least, so catch all y'all around later. Everybody have a good one. Go ahead and find someone streaming Standard to host. Let's send you over Kibler's way. Welcome him back to Magic.